Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Maddie here, and today we're doing something a little bit different. We have a new series or a new kind of video that we're doing on the channel today. Basically, it's going to be a pack deck building challenge. I don't really have a particular name for it yet, but basically, the booster pack deck building challenge, I guess is what we'll call it. But in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to open 20 packs here in Pokemon TCG Pocket, and we're going to take only the cards that we open in those packs, and we're going to try to build a deck using only those cards, and then we're going to play some matches, probably just 3 matches on, the online random battles, and we're going to see how many games we can win. If we win all 3 matches, then we win the challenge. It's something I kind of want to do more commonly on the channel, is fun videos like this. So if you guys like a video like this, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, but also comment below, what kind of other videos and challenge videos and other kind of fun Pokemon Pocket videos you would like to see on the channel. So one stipulation here that I'm allowing myself is that we're going to be allowed to use all of these sort of promo trainer cards like Research, Professor's Research, Pokeball, Potion, X-Speed. I'm going to be allowed to use those cards. This challenge would be very difficult if I would not have access to things like Pokeball and Research. So I'm going to allow myself to use those cards, but let's get right into it. So we will be opening, for the sake of this challenge, we're going to be opening the new Spacetime Smackdown cards. Again, they're the new cards, but there's a lot of really, really good ones. We're going to open, first of all, 10 packs of the Palkia pack here, and then we're gonna go ahead and see what we get here. I'm not on like a new account or anything like this, so I'm basically gonna just keep track of all of the cards that I open. That way I know internally what cards I open, what cards that I'm allowed to use, because I have all of the cards already on my account. But I'm gonna keep track and make sure that for this particular type of video, we're not gonna use any cards that we haven't opened. So let's get right into it. Let's open our first 10 packs. We're opening 20 packs, and we're gonna try to build a deck using only those cards that we open, going with the Palkia packs here first. So let's get right into it. We're going to be opening 10 of the Palkia, and if we get really good cards here, maybe we open, maybe we open 10 Dialga packs. We'll have to see here. Let's get right into it. Of course, there's really, really strong cards in this particular set. Wormadam is one of them. I actually like Wormadam. We can certainly win games with Wormadam. There's a Regirock, a second Wormadam. Okay, so, and an Infernape EX. Okay, very interesting start. I'm not going to lie. Very, very interesting start. Rotom Wash, 2 Rotom Washes, Burmy. That's the thing, is we need Burmy to evolve into Wormadam, so we have to draw into the Burmies, and an Empoleon and an Electrode. Okay. So, of course, if we get EX cards, let's peek there. If we get EX cards, ooh, a Bastiodon, then that's going to be pretty ideal. Okay, a third Wormadam. Glaceon, okay. It'll give me all the list of all the cards, I believe, after we open all of the packs, so we'll have to keep that in mind for sure. We draw Mars and a Licky Licky. Okay, so we have an Infernape and a Licky Licky EX. Those aren't going to be necessarily very helpful for us. Infernape is a stage 2 Pokemon, so it's going to be hard to get all the Pokemon too, of course. Okay, Mesprit. That's not actually a terrible card, but it does require... Ooh, and a Rotom Fan. A Fan Rotom is actually really, really good, I think, for this video, because it's going to be... it's a basic Pokemon. We can throw it into any deck, and the Spin Storm attack is really, really annoying, but it can be quite good there. And a Grotle, okay. Ambipom, let's see here. Voltorb. Probopass, Sneasel, and another Empoleon. Okay. All right, this is going to be a lot tougher, honestly, than I originally sort of imagined, but we're going to go ahead. Ooh, a Skarmory could be massive in that Wormadam deck. We might have to just play Skarmory Wormadam here in this video. I think that could be the saving grace, but again, we don't have a lot of the supporter cards and the trainer cards that we might need. A second Skarmory is awesome. That's perfect, but we don't have any tool cards. That's the thing. We need tool cards to play Skarmory, and I don't actually remember if the tool cards are in which pack they're in, to be honest with you, but let's see here. We see a Floatzel, a Skorupi, a Grotle, nothing really in that pack. Let's see here, anything good? There's a Piplup, okay, a Lumberry, that's not ideal, but it is a tool card to be paired with Skarmory. And a second Bastiodon, however, we don't have the previous evolutions or the fossils, so that's okay. That's gonna be our first 10 packs here. Let's take a look at what we got. A lot of Wormadams. We did get an Infernape here. Okay, very, very, very interesting for sure. I am going to go ahead and make note of all of these cards that we've opened here, and we'll see you guys in the next 10 packs. All right, guys, let's open the next 10 packs here. We're going to stick with Palkia. I do believe that this challenge might be more difficult than I first assumed. However, we might have gotten unlucky in the first pack here, but let's go ahead. Let's open 10 more packs here of the Palkia pack. Hopefully, there's some good, more or better synergy, some more synergistic cards here that we can hopefully tie together to build some type of a deck here to hopefully win some, these matches when we go into it. So let's open 10 more. of the Palkia pack and see what we can get. So 20 packs total of, we're going Palkia this week. Maybe next time we do a video like this, we'll do the Dialga pack, but I did just want to maybe stay with one pack because cards most of the time are kind of meant to go together. I was hoping maybe we would get like one Palkia and maybe like a Manaphy or something like that, but nothing really super ideal. We did get an EX card here. Let's see what this is. Okay, second Lumberry. That could be really useful. Another Wormadam and a Mismagius EX. Okay, so we've got a Licky Licky, a Mismagius, and an Infernape. I don't know if we're going to be able to use those cards. We'll have to go back and see, you know what, if we get a, the pre-evolutions, right? The basics in the stage 1 Pokemon to maybe run those EX Pokemon, but let's see. Okay, a Rocky Helmet. This is going to be big. So we might have to just end up playing a Skarmory deck because Skarmory is just super, super strong. We do have Wormadams. I don't know if we have enough Burmies for this. And then we draw into a Rhyperior or a Full Art. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let's see here. I keep peeking. I always peek. Oh, a Cyrus is massive. That's huge that we get a Cyrus. Okay, one copy of Cyrus at least, and I think we have one Mars. Those are the only 2 supporter cards that we've opened here. And we do get a Chatot, not a terrible card to lead off with. We could play an aggro deck. Another Piplup, but I don't think we have any Primplups yet. And another Mesprit, but no Uxie, no Azelf. And there's a Lumineon. Oh, and another EX Pokemon. Okay. Could this be a useful EX Pokemon? We'll have to see here. And it is a Palkia. Okay, so this is big. I don't know if we have any Manaphys, but at least we have a Palkia. It's not a bad card if we wanted to build a Palkia deck. And there's a Mischievous, actually. So we could possibly go, and a second Burmy. Okay, so I think we know what we're doing here. I think the best bet, honestly, and there's a nice Full Art Guard Jump. I think the best bet right now is probably going to be a Wormadam Skarmory deck, which actually, I mean, it could be fairly meta, honestly. It's not even a bad deck in its own right. It could be still challenging to win some games on the ladder. Nothing really in that pack. We're still peeking here. Another Mars. Okay, an Eevee, a Licky Tongue, so we could play Licky Licky, and another Skarmory. Okay, very interesting. We have definitely enough Skarmories. I think we have 3 tool cards in total right now. I'm still peeking on the packs. There's a Gabite, another Eevee, Nose Pass, and a Regigigas. Okay, so technically we could play Regigigas, and that's it for our second 10 packs. Oh, man. Okay, so we do have 2 Lumberries and a Rocky Helmet, and we have a 1/1 Mischievous Mismagius line, but I think with that second Burmy, we are probably going to be very reliant on the Skarmory Burmy combination here. I don't know what else we could possibly do here. Maybe pair some other basic Pokemon or colorless Pokemon in the deck, but this is going to be very, very limited, a very cursed deck. But anyway, yeah, so those are the cards that we have available to us to build the deck for this video. Let's go ahead and fast forward. We're going to skip ahead to the deck that I have built, and then we'll hop into some games and see if we can maybe win something with this pretty interesting deck. But all right, we'll see you guys in just a second. All right, game number 1. I'm not going to be doing like any editing here. We're literally just going to play 3 matches. That way you know I'm not like cheating or I'm editing or doing anything like that. The likelihood is that we're going to lose all 3 of these matches. I understand that to be the case for sure, but I figure this could be a fun, a fun little video here. And sometimes you're going to get really bad decks. Sometimes you're going to get really good decks. We do open up with the Burmy here. Are we going first? No, we're going second. Okay. So this isn't actually terrible. We are going against a Lucario deck. We'll have to see how things pan out here. Wormadam does have 110 HP. It's a pretty decent card, and we do start with a Research, a Pokeball, and a Rocky Helmet. So, I mean, if you're playing any Skarmory deck, there is potential, obviously, to do well. Skarmory in general is a good card. You would rather run like the good, okay, another Burmy. Why not? You would rather run like the good tool cards, again, because they just provide more value, but at least we have those cards. And here's the Skarmory. So if we find an X speed here off of the Research, this could be actually really, really good for us. But let's go ahead and see. Do we draw an X speed? We don't. We draw a Lumberry. That is totally fine. Let's just bench some other Burmy. We don't have that many Pokemon to go with right now. And I'm probably just going to put the Rocky Helmet on this Burmy in the active. I think we're safe from getting KO'd, which is totally fine. And I am going to attach this energy because I think we're just going to start attacking. Not this turn because it's not the damage that we're going to be taking from Rocky Helmet's probably not worth it. But I'm going to go ahead and just attach this Lumberry to Skarmory because it's, we don't really have any other options here in our deck. But we are just going to pass. I think I would rather wait next turn. He probably is going to evolve into Lucario, but Lucario can only attack for 2 energy, so we're safe at least from getting attacked next turn. But we don't want to start attacking too early because Rocky Helmet is going to do some damage. So let's see what our opponent does here. He actually passes. This is super, super good for us. We might actually win this first game. Check this out. We're going to go turn 2 Wormadam attack. We actually have both of our Wormadams. We're cruising right now, guys. We are absolutely living large. Let's see what we can do here. Can we get a quick win? I mean, we might just, okay, there are the 2 X speeds we were looking for. Let's get the win right here. I mean, we're going to just take the KO right off the bat here. If we attack here, we're going to do 50 damage. However, if we do flip at least 1 heads, that goes to 80, and we will be getting the KO. Our opponent doesn't have any bench Pokemon, so this could be our first win right here, the first win of the series. Let's go ahead. Attack with Iron Head. Let's flip the coin. Do we get heads? We do. Let's go. Let's go. How many are we going to get? 2? listen, Wormadam pulling through. Again, this was a bit of an RNG deck, but unfortunately, or fortunately for us, our opponent did not draw very well. And that's going to be our first win with Wormadam. Let's go. Let's do it. I'm super, listen, I'm hyped. This was our first match. I promise I haven't played any matches up to this point. This was my very first match. We're 1-0. We might just go, listen, are we going to go 3-0 in our first video here? Listen, Wormadam is actually pretty good. Skarmory's pretty good. I know this isn't a super ideal deck, but it's actually fairly close to meta. You know, there's a lot of Skarmory decks, and I know Wormadam isn't the best partner. People play Magnezone or even Bastion, but let's hop right into the second match. I think I forgot to thank my opponent. I apologize. I always forget. I need to get better at doing that. But let's hop into the second match here. Hopefully we also get lucky. This is a deck we definitely want to go second, I believe. Going second is very, very good, and there we go. We're going second yet again. We start off with a Skarmory, but no tool card in the active spot. I think we would still rather have Skarmory here. We do have a research. We might be able to research and draw into a tool card here. We're going to go +3 on cards. We're going to draw for turn, draw 2 with research. The odds are here that we do draw a tool card, which would be really, really useful. 50 damage turn 1. It depends on what we're playing. I didn't actually catch the energy type of what our opponent is playing here, but a lot of decks actually have 50 HP Pokemon. Okay, this is okay. All right, never mind. So we're not going to be getting another turn 1 KO here, but let's see if we can at least hit for 50 damage. Spiritomb and Garchomp is very interesting. This is a very interesting deck, but let's go ahead and see. Do we draw a tool card here? Let's see. Nothing off the top of the deck. Let's draw with research, see if we can't get something good here. There's an X speed, and there's the Wormadam. Okay. Not super ideal, if we're being honest with you, but I think because we don't have a tool card, I think it's best for us to just go ahead and start attaching to the Burmy so that next turn we can just attack with Wormadam and potentially get some KOs next turn. If we do draw into a tool card on our draw for turn next turn, then maybe I just do attack with Skarmory because I don't, you know, we keep the X speed or whatnot, but we'll see. Yeah, this is going to be really interesting. A series like this is something I've wanted to do for a while on the channel, but I didn't necessarily know how to go about doing it. If you guys have any recommendations about how we should change this challenge in the future, I would like to do something recurring. I wasn't necessarily sure the best way to go ahead and do that. Yeah, we are definitely going to go into Wormadam here and hopefully take the KO on the Spiritomb. We just need 1 heads. We draw into the second X speed, which is funny, and we might actually play Mars this turn to go -1 on our opponent's hand. That could be really, really interesting, although I don't necessarily know if we need it yet. Has he played a research yet? We probably want to wait to see if he plays a research and then go ahead and pop Mars. So I'm not going to use it yet, but hopefully we take the KO here with Wormadam. Let's see, do we get another heads? We do. Let's go, Wormadam. Oh my gosh. Dude, Wormadam's crazy. This card is insane. How much damage did we just do? 140 damage with Wormadam. Let's go. Absolutely carrying here. Is Wormadam just a top deck in the format right now? I don't know. But honestly, this was like all of the cards we opened. Everything else was kind of junk. We did get a 1/1 Mismagius line, but like we had the Skarmories, we had 3 tool cards, we had the 2/2 Wormadam line. I mean, we had to run it. We had to run Wormadam. By far the best cards that we opened here in this video, so I'm not regretting my decision right now. We have the momentum. Going second is definitely a big advantage with our deck. We do have 1 Cyrus, but I don't know if that's really going to matter. It might come in handy. Do we see the research from our opponent here? If he draws some extra cards, okay, he's going right into Garchomp, which is very, very scary. However, without Cynthia, we actually live, and he's not able to attack us this turn, which is massive, which is absolutely huge. Unfortunately, though, if we don't draw a tool card, the Skarmory is really not going to be that helpful. So we'll have to see exactly what goes on here. He is just going to go ahead and Reckless Shearing here. He's going to go ahead and discard a card, as it was Pokecom, to draw another one here. And he's going to put down a second Gibble. Okay. All right. Let's see. Do we draw? Okay, a Pokeball. That's not terrible. We have 10 cards in deck. We need one of our tool cards. It's going to be very helpful. There's the second Skarmory. Not terrible either. We're just going to go ahead and put that down, and we're going to attach to the Skarmory. So now we just got to hit here. I mean, we did 140 last turn. Could we do 140 again? If not, we might still be safe. No, we're only hitting for 50. Okay, that's unfortunate. Definitely unfortunate here. However, as long as he doesn't have, I mean, he doesn't have fighting energy in his energy zone. So we're safe. We're not even, he can't even attack this turn with Garchomp here. He might rage quit. That's the problem when you're running dual energy decks, unfortunately. I love Garchomp, I love Dragonite, but any deck that requires to have multiple energies is just always so much less consistent, basically, and he's gonna concede. There you go. There you go. He might not have actually played Fighting Energy. He might have noticed a little bit late there. I don't know. I don't think we saw any Fighting Energy from our opponent, but we are 2-0 with Wormadam. None of those wins have been against, like, you know, anything meta. We got lucky the first game. I don't even know what that deck was. We are gonna thank our opponent here. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're gonna run it back here. So 2-0. Can we go 3-0 and win this challenge here with Wormadam and Skarmory? This is just ridiculous, man. Okay, so The other thing that I'm thinking about is like, because I would love to do this video more, but I don't want to just open a ton of packs. I would like it to be maybe recurring. So maybe what we do is we keep track of the cards that we have. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Okay, we do start with Skarmory and Lumberry, and we're going second. This is a very strong start for us. Our deck is actually fairly consistent, especially getting very lucky going second 3 turns in a row. That has to be said, because our deck definitely loves to go second. Other than the Skarmory and the Lumberry, though, our hand is very, very bad. Quite a bad hand. And we're going against a Hitmonlee, so this is actually good. This is a really good setup for us. Hitmonlee likes to go second, but so does Skarmory. And fortunately for us, we are going second. And we don't have anything on the bench, at least at the moment. So we're going to be able to hit this Hitmonlee for 50 damage, which is going to be definitely very, very nice, especially since he can't really attack us because we don't have anything on the bench. There goes the Riolu. Interesting. Okay. And a Research. Okay. All right. Let's see. So we're definitely going against some type of a fighting type deck, but we're not weak to fighting or anything. In fact, it's sort of aggro versus aggro. I like this matchup for us. We've gotten definitely a little bit lucky in our matchups here, and we draw the Cyrus. That's not super helpful, but what is helpful is the Lumberry, the clutch Lumberry here. By far the worst tool card, but it doesn't really matter because it allows us to hit for 50 damage, which is exactly what we will be doing right here. Our opponent might retreat into the Riolu. We could pop an early Cyrus here. Unfortunately, no other basic Pokemon to put on our bench, so once this Skarmory goes down, we've run out of luck. There's nothing else really for us to do here. A second Research. Okay, our opponent's got like 10 cards in his hand. Absolutely ridiculous here. Let's see. Here. Okay, so there's Lucario. He's going to attach once this turn, and then the Dome Fossil. Okay, very, very interesting. He's probably going to attach to that Lucario. That would probably be safe, yeah, for him. Puts a lot of pressure on us, to be honest with you, because if we don't have a basic Pokemon, okay, we do draw the basic. And we're KOing that. Okay, this is good, actually. We're totally fine. The fact that we drew that Burmy off the top deck here with 2 Wormadam in our hand is really, really good. We are going to be hit for 80 damage here from or 60 damage, right? Yeah, from the Lucario, which is a little bit sketchy, but we are living. Rocky Helmet would be pretty nice, but next turn we can just go into the Wormadam, which is definitely clutch. We'll get 1 attack off on this Lucario with Skarmory as well, which is definitely going to be very, very good for us. If we don't, like, it's a little bit tough here because we don't have that many Pokemon in their deck. We actually haven't even seen the Fan Rotom. I would have loved to utilize Fan Rotom. And there's the Kabuto. Okay, so the, and Rocky Helmet is huge, actually. But we do have Potion, though, so we're okay. But yeah, Kabutops is like the perfect anti-aggro card because it does 50 damage, but it heals, right? And it's got a decent amount of HP. There's another Skarmory, though. We like that. We like to see that. The Potion's going to come in super clutch here because we're not getting KO'd by Rocky Helmet when we attack him. We are going to go into the Wormadam here. We don't have another tool card for the Skarmory, but I don't actually mind. We're just going to go ahead, hit this Lucario for 50, and guarantee that next turn we are going to be able to KO this thing. But again, if we go against the Kabutops, it is very, very scary for us. Fortunately, he's 2-hit KOing our Wormadam, so I think we're actually in a... Oh, okay. That's a little bit sketchy for sure. The second Lucario and the Kabutops is massive for our opponent here. Wow, okay, so he's got all the cards. He is going to go ahead and just KO our Skarmory here. He's at full HP, but what we can do is we can play Cyrus and we can bring up the Lucario. Unfortunately, though, that Lucario has Rocky Helmet, so I don't really know if we want to do that, but we kind of have to. This is just really, really bad overall, I think, for us. The fact that he had the second Lucario and Kabutops is huge for him. This Rocky Helmet is also really important because basically if we bring this up and we attack it, we're going to go below the HP threshold, and he's doing 90 damage. So it's a little bit sketchy, but I think it's our only bet, basically, is to bring back up this Lucario, KO it. There's a Pokeball, which is good. We will be able to go into a second Wormadam, actually, which is very, very good for us. Very, very good. That was like the best... The last 2 draws were like the best they could possibly be. We are going to go ahead and KO this Lucario. We're going to go down to 90 HP, but this Kabutops should only be doing 70 HP. So basically what we have to do is just high roll a little bit with our Wormadam attacks. And that's really all we can do here. These heads don't actually matter. We're doing 50 damage minimum. So it's a perfect KO here on the Lucario. But now we have to get over this Kabutops, which is going to be healing for 70 damage every time. So basically, we have to just get really lucky on our coin flips. There's nothing else that's going to allow us to win the game, basically. We are living in attack, which is big, and he's at full HP. So we're going to be the first, like, you know, we're doing sort of the first iteration here. Now I wonder, like, how does Kabutops work, basically? Like, if I only have 20 HP and he hits me for 70, does he still heal for 70, I wonder? Amount of damage you deal to your opponent's active Pokemon. I actually don't know the ruling for that. That's actually very interesting. But we did pop our only Cyrus in our deck, which is a little bit sketchy. So, yeah. Ooh, the Rocky Helmet's big. We're definitely going into the Rocky Helmet. That extra damage could be super important. I probably should have put it on the second Wormadam if I'm being honest, but I would rather just kind of guarantee. We could possibly see the Sabrina, but here we go. I mean, we did 140 last. Let's go. We did, what? Oh, almost. That's big damage. That's massive damage. That's 110 HP. And we get 2 more attacks with Wormadam off. The problem is he's just going to be able to go into his Lucario, which is, again, very sketchy. And he's probably just going to do that. He's probably going to retreat the Kabutops. He's going to attack me with Lucario. But that does put him at 80 HP on the Lucario, which does technically give Wormadam the opportunity, if we flip 1 heads, to get the KO on that Lucario. That could be the difference here. The Rocky Helmet doesn't matter. This Rocky Helmet isn't actually impactful at all. The Potion does kind of matter, I think, because if he does attack me with the Kabutops here, if not, if he retreats, oh no, he is going to attack. Okay, so yeah, he's going to heal for 70, but he goes to 100 HP. Okay, yeah, we're in a tough spot. Okay, this is very tough. We have to either flip 2 heads here with this Wormadam, or flip 2 heads on the next Wormadam attack. We don't have any other option here. Technically, if we draw into a tool card, we could retreat. There's the Fan Rotom, which is actually kind of nuts. So if you don't know, again, Fan Rotom is crazy. So we can put an opponent's active Pokemon into their hand. This could be really clutch, honestly, because these are both evolution Pokemon. But basically, we have to get lucky on these coin flips here. There's no other way. That's a Tails. That's very unfortunate for us. Now he's actually going to be going positive on the HP, which is very, very bad. Because he's going to go down to, yeah, he's at 50. He's going to hit us for 70. He's going to go back to 120, which is just terrible for us. But he's only doing 70 damage. So, but the thing is, we can't attack with Rotom Fan or Skarmory, because basically they don't have enough HP to attack and then also live here. So honestly, if he stays in with Kabutops, I think our best bet here is still going to be able to attack with Wormadam. Technically, we could go into Fan Rotom and hope that we do attack or draw, but the thing is we can't do that because Rocky Helmet and Lucario is going to come in and hit us for 60 damage. So we're kind of backed up into a corner here. There's really nothing else we can do except attack here and hope that we flip all of the, like, I think we need, what, 3 heads now because he's at 120, which is very, very unfortunate for sure. This Pokeball is not going to give us anything. Yeah, I think we're backed into a corner, guys. I don't think there's actually anything else we can do here. Like I said, we can't attack with Skarmory here. It's useless. And if we go into Fan Rotom, technically, we might not take damage from Spin Storm. Is that the case? Is that the case? Does anybody know? I don't want to get this wrong and get this ruling wrong. Flip a coin if heads, put your opponent's active Pokemon in the hand. If we're not attacking, like, how does Rocky Helmet read? Rocky Helmet, what does this card say? If the attached to is damaged by an attack. No, okay, this is perfect. This is super clutch. We're going into Rotom Fan because he is only doing 70 damage. So we're going into Rotom Fan here because Rocky Helmet will not apply. I'm thinking out loud, but Rocky Helmet won't apply if we attack. He might have Cyrus in hand, I'm not going to lie. And if he does, then we lose anyway. So that's something that we're also kind of betting on here. But we're going to go ahead and Spin Storm. And we're going to flip heads and hopefully here get heads and discard. Let's go. Okay. This is massive. This is massive. So if he has Cyrus, this whole thing doesn't matter, first of all, which he honestly very could well have Cyrus. But Fan Rotom coming in clutch here, not taking any damage from that Rocky Helmet. Unfortunately, he probably does have Cyrus in his hand. He's only got 2 cards left in his deck. I don't think we've seen a Cyrus. So it was probably better for us to just go ahead and try to KO with Wormadam. But the odds were so low. We needed 3 coin flips. I think it was better odds that he doesn't have a Cyrus in hand. But we'll see. Does he have the Cyrus? He doesn't. Okay, this is crazy. We're also not weak to fighting. Okay, all right. This is wild here. We're going to actually play the Mars too, which is super funny. Here's the thing though. So we are living a hit with Skarmory. So I think what we have to do here, this is craziness, dude. I don't think we go with Fan Rotom no matter what. I think we go into Skarmory. If we had another tool card, we could hit for 50, which would be nuts. But basically what we got to do is just retreat. We're going to go into the Skarmory. And we're going to hit for 20, which isn't a lot, but it puts Lucario at 80 HP, which means Wormadam only has to attack and flip 1 heads with its attack to get the KO here, unless we see a potion. So let's chip for 20 on the Lucario, and then hopefully we live this turn and we can go into Wormadam here. Hopefully he doesn't have the Cyrus. We did play the Mars, so technically speaking, there's less cards in his hand. The Mars actually came in clutch. That late game Mars was wild. The combination of Mars with Fan Rotom is actually clutch because it puts the cards in his hand, and then we put the hand back into the deck. We're comboing hard right now. This is insane. This is an insane match to end off. He's probably just going to go into this Hitmonchan. No, he's not. Okay, we have a chance, guys. We have literally a 50-50 chance here to win this game right now. There's the research. It doesn't really matter though. I don't think there's anything in the deck that's going to help us really. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and we're just going to do it. I mean, we have to. There's literally nothing else that we could do right now because we don't have any Sabrinas or anything in the deck. We are just banking here on Iron Head. Flipping one heads, doing 80 damage. We would win here and go 3 for 3 in this challenge video, guys. I promise these were the only 3 games I played with this deck. I literally promise. Iron Head, here we go. Are we going to do it? Are we going to do it? No, 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 Wormadam. No. Oh, no. Maybe we should have played another basic Pokemon in our deck. I don't know. We didn't really have any other basic Pokemon. Okay, anyway, guys. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the win there. That was a super close match. The Fan Rotom came in clutch. At least we did flip heads with the Fan Rotom. But unfortunately, just didn't flip that heads there with the Wormadam. And we're going to get KO'd here on our opponent. Ah, man, what a good match, though. What a good third match. That's crazy. Listen. This was probably the most fun I've had playing Pokemon Pocket in a very, very long time. I know this was something a little bit different on the channel. It's not something we normally do. And for most of my subscribers, this isn't necessarily something that, I do often. So I don't know if you guys are going to be, very happy about a video like this, or you're going to think it's a good video, or if you're going to like something like this. But either way, guys, if you enjoyed a video like this and you want to see more type of content like this, comment below. I would love to hear your guys' opinions. And yeah, let me know what you think. Give your recommendations, how else we can do challenge videos, what other kind of, challenge videos or fun Pokemon Pocket videos we can do here on the channel that aren't necessarily, talking strategy, talking meta, things like that. Tomorrow is Monday, so yes, we will be doing our Meta Monday tomorrow. Don't forget to join the Discord channel as well. Like and subscribe. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers, which is pretty crazy, guys. But yeah, that's it. That's for episode 1 of our pack building or deck building challenge. I honestly don't even know what I'm going to call this video. But anyway, guys, let me know what you can think down in the comment section below. I really do appreciate it. Have a good one. Peace out. And happy Valentine's Day. I don't know if we did make a video yesterday, but happy Valentine's Day. And yeah, we'll see you guys later. Bye.